Welcome to my first ever YouTube video. My name's Molly and today I'm going to be giving you a tour of my van. So on the outside, she's pretty basic. She was my dad's old work van, so that's why she's got quite a few bumps and scratches, but we just ignore that bit. It's good for the stealth. As you might see, there's literally nothing on the outside. I don't have any windows, I don't have any electric points, and again, good for stealth, and it also means that there's nothing to see. The only things I do have is on the top of the van, I've got my solar panel and I've got my max air fan. I can't tell you the wattage of my solar panels because I don't know, but she's big. Now my van is a Nissan Interstar. She's 2.5 litre and a 2004 model. Medium wheelbase, perfect size for me, and I can get everything I need in there. Let's go inside. Moving inside the van, straight away, you come into the living area. Now this is really handy. I've got 4 seats, including the swivel seat, and it means you can get lots of view around the table. My layout is quite different to a lot of vans because you come into the living room rather than the kitchen area. And I did that so that I've got my kitchen area and all my storage at the back there, but we'll run through that in a moment. Now I specifically designed my sofa to be quite deep so that it's nice and comfortable and I can sit in lots of different angles. I've got all my electrics down here so that I can control everything from my seating area, which has got the USB ports and my heating on it as well. I've also got some storage above the cab, so this is where I keep my bulkier items. I've got pillows as well up here, so everything's quite easy access. On the back of the seat here, I keep some of my easy to reach items. I've got my phone chargers, things like that, stuff that's nice and easy to access. My umbrella for those rainy days, but it's all nice and easily kept there. In the front of the cab, I haven't really changed a huge amount, apart from the fact that I've actually taken the bulkhead out, and that allows me easy access to get to the front seat, and also it makes the living area a little bit bigger so I can incorporate the front and the back a little bit more. Moving throughout the van, I've also got lino on the floor, so this is just a normal kitchen bathroom lino that you can get. I think I got it from Homebase, and then I've just got bath mats on the floor just to make it, again, a little bit more personal, and it just keeps your feet a little bit warmer as well. A few photos. I like all my decorations in here, so it's nice to have pictures of all my friends and family. So under my bench seat is where I keep all my electrics and my diesel heater. Now I was really lucky that my dad helped me with my conversion, so unfortunately I can't tell you a huge amount about the electrics because he did most of them. I have got 3 leisure batteries in here, and again it's because my dad had them, so they go in there. They probably will be due an upgrade soon, but that's fine. I've also got an inverter and, like I say, my diesel heater, which runs off my diesel tank. Inside I've got my max air fan, and that's perfect for keeping me cool in the summer and also for getting rid of any sort of kitchen smells. Now because it's quite bright, I've made a little DIY cover for it, which just velcros on, and it means that it's pretty much blackout at night time. Now I've got these little clips on the roof and they are for my shower, so what I can do is I can put my curtain up and I can use a bucket in the bottom. I just use my little portable shower and it reuses the water. I can use it outside in the summer and inside in the winter. So it's perfect and it folds away and it doesn't take up any space. Into my galley kitchen and my storage area. One of the really great things about this kitchen is everything's full size. I've got a full size sink, which is really handy in the camper van, and I've also got a full size oven. Now I know it might seem a little bit excessive, but this one was really cheap on Facebook Marketplace and I couldn't find any of the nice sort of smaller ovens that I wanted and that were in my price range. So the benefits of that is I've got a full burner hob, and I've also got oven space and grill space. So this is really, really handy for me. On this side of the kitchen, I've got my gas and my water. So these cupboards are taken up with those bits. So in here, I've got my very small little gas bottle, and that runs the oven on this side. And in this cupboard, I've got my water. So I think they're 20 litre. I've got my clean water and my grey waste as well. Oh, my grey waste looks really gross, so I don't really want you to see it very well. And because they're quite small, that's the reason that I do carry some extra water with me on board. I've also got a drawer which I have my cutlery, so knives and forks, and again, any old rubbish that gets thrown in the drawer there. Moving on to the other side, I've also got my fridge freezer here. It is quite a big fridge freezer, but I was adamant that I needed the space, so I shall use it because it is great. Moving on through my cupboards, starting with the first one, which I painted myself, by the way, it's beautiful, is my kitchen storage. I've got things like my plates, my saucepans, kettle, and all my food in there. So that's all in one big cupboard. This one is where I keep all of my clothes. I've also got my little bathroom basket as well, so that's all really handy to access, which has got things like my toothbrush and my face stuff and everything like that. In this cupboard, I've got my hanging rail, which I was really, really adamant to have because it keeps all of my coats and my jumpers stored away really nicely. They're really easy access as well, so I can grab all of them when I need to. I also keep my table in here, so that stores away really nicely. And you might notice, which seems a bit strange, my toilet roll, which is on the back door. Now, because my toilet comes out into my sort of alleyway, this acts as a bit of a privacy door. So it turns into like a perfect little bathroom setup, and I've just got that little extra bit of privacy, which works really, really well. This cupboard is a bit of a shove everything in kind of cupboard. I've got a nice good sized bin in there, which again is really easy to access. And I've also got my sort of winter items, which is things like blankets, towels, hot water bottle, all those kinds of bits and pieces in there. So tucked away in the back, I've got my little toilet. It's a chemical Thetford toilet, and I can use it for around 4 days with it before I have to empty it, which is great. So I literally just pull it out, and then I use my little cabinet as a bit of privacy, and I use it like this. Finished. So moving to the back of the van with the doors open, bit of sort of garage space style. I've got my chairs and my table here, which tuck away really nicely, especially when the door is closed. And on this side, I have got my chocks and again, more water storage there. So again, once the back doors are shut, you don't see any of this. It's all tucked away really nicely. So we've seen the living room, we've seen the kitchen. You might be wondering where I sleep. Let me show you. So behind all of these cushions, I've got a Murphy drop-down bed. Okay. There we go. So I do have to do some wiggling around to get my mattress out, but that means I can have a full-size mattress in here. I promise it's easier than it looks. Ta-da! So my bed is a standard size double, so I'm really lucky that I can fit widthways. However, it's slightly shorter just to fit in the width of the van. I also have a blackout curtain which blocks out the cab so that I've got no light coming from the cab. And I've also got a little table here so that I can keep my breakfast cup of tea there in the morning while I'm in bed. The reason I chose this design, which is very unusual, is because what I love about my van is I love to be able to open the door in the morning and just sit with the view out that side. It also means that it can store away really nicely and I don't have to do too much to actually make my bed. I like the idea of having the mattress ready, but also it's perfect to fold away and I can use this area as the living room. It maximises all my storage in the back as well, and it means that I can have a kitchen and I can look out the back doors. So I've got views from every angle. Real life footage of me asleep. Hopefully I've covered all there is to see inside my van. If you like anything, if you've got any questions about anything, do comment below and let me know. I travel quite a lot around the UK, mainly on my weekends, and sometimes I use campsites, sometimes I do some self-parking. So if you want to follow my channel and if you want to follow along, keep watching. Thanks guys.